What's cracking, everybody, and welcome to episode 196 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside my little cherry blossom, because Devin ain't here, baby. I'm claiming him tonight. You know what I'm saying? Garrick Bartholomew Eaton. What's happening, baby?
Fuck, dog. I have Black Panther in my token shop right now, but I'm only like halfway there.
Right. Here's the deal. All right, everyone at home, I need you guys to understand something, okay? So
pin it, brother.
We at Good Kraken have been having a very, very good time. More specifically, Garrick and DJ have been having a very, very, very good time playing the one and only Marvel Snap. Garrick here has a problem, right? And tonight's episode is actually our coming to terms episode here for
it's an intervention. Oh my god, dude! I have Art Germ Captain Marvel too, dude. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my phone.
Girls fit
over there.
Girls fit. Hello, yeah. So our intervention here, Garrick,
for a little bit,
has single-handedly spent, and I'm not going to give an exact number because I do kind of remember a closer number than what I mentioned earlier. Garrick has spent over $100 on said mobile game Marvel Snap. DJ, what words do you have for Garrick right off the bat?
Honestly, all I have to say is I'm coming for that record, buddy. I'm coming for it. I'm
okay.
DJ's in it with me, man.
Let me get this back in line here. Garrick, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? It's just I can't. I watch you.
I'm not a snapper.
Day in and day out.
You don't get it, man.
Cubes.
It's like magic. It's like having a Magic the Gathering problem.
No, see the thing. Yeah, see that's the thing is I actually do understand. That's why I stopped because I hit $60 and it was like, no, I can't. This is becoming a problem, dude. I was spending so much money.
It has become,
dude, and that was the first season. That was like the first fucking rollout we were playing, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this to myself because it was becoming.
I
was playing at work. I was playing on the toilet. I was playing while eating dinner. I was playing while my partner was present next to me. When I was giving my daughter a bath one time, I was playing. It was just like it was taking over my life. Whereas Magic the Gathering and like WoW, for example, the two things I've been very obsessed with in my life, didn't have the factor of being mobile, right? You have to like set up.
They couldn't go with you and intrude into every facet of your life. Marvel Snap is always there.
Snap is always there. Just like our baby boy here. We got him, baby. We got Twitch.tv's DJ DJ, what's
back from the dead? I'm back from the dead, brother.
How you feeling? Yeah, you were sick for a week.
I'm still coughing. I still have like the symptoms, like just the what's left over.
Fat
still slightly
pussy.
Congested. No, not at all.
Just a big old gorilla grip.
No.
Okay, all right.
Not even close.
Okay.
No, I was out, dude. Like I couldn't even leave my bed, for a few days. Like it was just terrible. Every day I woke up like tired as fuck, fatigued, and like I could barely do like a few things before like I'm like, all right, I gotta go back to sleep again.
It sounds like our boy got that RSV that was going around for a while. You remember that, Garrick? You're muted. You're muted, baby boy. Here you go.
Discord muted.
I had to figure out where the fuck I remembered which mute I hit. I must have hit the Discord mute. But no, there has been some fucking shit going around. Flu season's really, really bad right now too.
Yeah,
I know, but dude, yeah. Even though, like, what is it? Like, it's RSV.
RSV, yeah. My daughter
RSV.
got it.
It's more prevalent in kids, but when it does affect adults, it sucks.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I rarely get sick, and that shit hit me like a truck. Like,
yeah, man, that RSV, that really strenuous vagina. Right.
That's okay. I didn't know that's what you were doing. That's what you were trying to do.
So far.
All right, man.
What show is this? How do I get off of it?
The only show that matters, you know what I'm saying? DJ, so now that you're feeling better, do you have any plans for like post sickness? Like, you have anything you need to catch up on or anything, or like
breathe? That's one.
Breathe, yes. Breathe in very deep.
I'm gonna get some air again. Actually,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, yes. Sleeping with shorts because I was like bundled up because I was freezing, and it's been like 80 degrees outside.
Ugh.
So like now I get to experience being normal.
Pause.
Right,
did you say 80 degrees?
Yeah, in Louisiana, fast. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
We got that.
It's fucking.
Shrimp,
it's literally. It snowed here every day
shrimp
for
gumbo.
Like a whole month. It feels
scampi.
like, and it's gonna snow all this week
for our northerners and our northern listeners. But it snowed in SoCal. Like that shit was crazy to me. Like it snowed in SoCal.
We got shrimp tacos,
shrimp gumbo, shrimp sandwich,
shrimp po' boy.
But yeah, like two being normal, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go with my friend Z. We're gonna go get some food, some dinner, and then Friday I'm gonna go see Creed 3 with Z as well.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I know we're not doing a review for it now, but I still like want to see it, so I'm gonna try to see it on like probably on Saturday night. That's what I'm thinking. I'm probably gonna try to hit that.
You can do a hands-on if you guys want.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, do a hands-on next Tuesday. Come back in and join us when you're able to breathe in deeper. Or actually, probably Saturday, if anything. Yeah. Totally. Yeah. If you're seeing it on Friday night, then yeah, we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it Friday night.
Come in, breathe in deep with us. You know what I'm saying? Breathe in nice and deep, because that really strenuous vagina can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? Tell him, Garrett. Don't look at me like that. It's been a week and I haven't talked to you fuckers, all right? He's been sick. I gotta catch up with my boy DJ. I haven't talked to him in like over a week, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a long week, all right? Just let me have some fun around here. You know what I mean?
Let me have this, please.
Just let me enjoy myself. Devin's not here. I get to enjoy myself, all right?
Like let me have some fun, guys. Come on, man. What the fuck?
I'm a bird. You gotta let me fly on this one. Oh man, but you guys at home are gonna be flying because this is a Good Kraken podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. If you're on this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and soon have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea.
Yarr.
Thank you, DJ. But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. DJ, tell them.
Prime Gaming.
And we would love for you to give that to us. Help keep us pushing content out for all of you that are listening and or watching at home. But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there.
Yeah.
Morbid in chat. Hey, that's what I'm doing. Hey, what's happening, Morbid? What's happening? Girl spit in chat, like I said earlier. What's happening? What's popping? Hope you guys
still
are
haven't
having a
watched
good
the
night.
thing.
It's very, very lovely out here. Derek! We have a captain's order, my friend. So just as a reminder for all of you at home, we've been talking a little bit about some content rollout, some announcement stuff that we've been getting prepared for. We are still preparing for them. Unfortunately, we were planning for tonight to be the night that we were going to be rolling out those announcements. But unfortunately, this month has been crazy busy for me and Xander and Devin. DJ's over here just dying every day. Garrick has been stuck in the snow. Genesee's just a squirrel. So it's been wild out here for all of us. Genesee's is married and like traveling and doing married people shit. You know what I'm saying? To like that extremity. It's like the sisterhood of the traveling queef. You know what I'm saying? They just just trying to count how many places
Okay.
I love you, Genesaw, if you're listening. I love you and Naomi so much. Okay.
God.
But unfortunately, we have to delay our announcements rollout for all of you guys. Just for the time being until things settle down a little bit more. Xander's kind of going through some life shit. I'm kind of way fucking like amped up and busy right now with my own life stuff as well as my band. So please hang tight. We are getting things taken care of. We are working on it under the background, behind the background, I guess, under the background. The curtain falls. I'm laying underneath it.
Behind.
Yeah.
Under.
Thank you, Bill Nye. I appreciate that. DJ. So please hang tight for that. We will have that coming for you guys soon. In the meantime, DJ, if you could, tell the people at home what we're doing next.
Oh my God.
It's been a week. I forgot what to say.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes. Where the fuck? Where is it? Where is it?
Where's what, DJ?
I can't find it. Hands on deck, everybody.
Oh.
Hands on deck. Hands on deck. I can't find it.
Oh, hands on deck. I can't find the segment.
Transition. I can't find a segue.
I hated that so much. I hated that so much.
I couldn't find a segue, guys.
Oh my God. So, gentlemen, before I continue here, we were set up originally for Devin to do an Atomic Heart temp review for right now. Fortunately, he is not here tonight. He had a long day, so we are going to cover our bases ourselves. But Garrick, I wanted to kind of give you the floor because you recently beat a very, very special game that you and I were talking about the other night. And I want to give you a chance, even though I covered this a while back, I want to give you a chance to talk a little bit about your experience on it. Garrick, go ahead.
Real quick, actually. Sorry.
Yes.
DJ, was that a second small bottle? Why did you just open a new small bottle of? Why don't you just have a regular sized bottle of water? Why do you have several small bottles of water?
Can you stop? You know what I mean? Like, why do you do this? There's literally like cases of regular sized bottled water that you can buy right next to those.
Why do you have just several small
right next
water?
to those? They're right next to them. Like it's two boxes over.
Say that to my dad. Why don't you do that?
Give me your dad's phone number right now. I will call him live on this podcast.
All right, 225.
Hey, Mr. DJ. Keep playing that song for me. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was a deep cut. I know Garrett caught that.
I hate it.
That's crazy.
I got old.
Yeah, I know. Garrett, go ahead. What have you been playing?
All right, anyways. All right, so I recently got to finish my first game of 2023, and I had the pleasure of completing God of War Ragnarok.
That's fucking
and was texting Ernell through tears constantly, like all Saturday morning. I think it was Sunday morning.
It was
like,
Sunday.
yeah,
it was
Sunday.
Sunday.
I did.
It was Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, dude, like, cause I woke up on Sunday and I was just like, I'm finishing it. Like, I texted Ernell the night before because I booted it up and I was just like, damn, it kind of feels like it's been a while since I've played and I feel like I left off kind of far. So I texted Ernell and I was like, hey, this is like about where I'm at in the game right now. About how much time left do you think left in the story? And he's like, oh, probably about like 4 or 5 hours. So I was just like, bet. Woke up on Sunday, just cruised through that shit. Literally, like, that's what I did that day, like that morning. Was I just played nothing but God of War Ragnarok, and goddamn, was it an absolute experience and a tearjerker. And the ending was, thank God, nothing was spoiled for me. I remained spoiler free, and I'll do that for you guys here today too, of course. But it didn't go quite how I thought it was going to at the ending, based off of my expectations and like some of the inferencing and things that they give you in the storytelling. It kind of misleads you in another direction. And I'm so grateful that it didn't. and that it went a different way, and it subverted my expectations really beautifully in a lot of ways. And this game was so fucking good. Like it just improved on all of the performance and accessibility features of its predecessor, and it still felt fresh. The story tied up all of the loose ends beautifully and left any unanswered questions open in such a way that this franchise could continue if the story was warranted. And that's all I ever wanted this game to be. And like, it's a straight up 10 out of 10.
Hell fucking yeah, it is, baby. Let's go. I told y'all. I fucking told y'all, man. This game is good. This game is good, dude. So
it was incredible. I was just sobbing in tears through like the entire like home stretch when I texted you, and I was just like, "This is where I'm at," and you're just like, "You're there, man." Like this whole thing's about to be wild. It was fucking nuts. Dude, yeah. And I'm just like there were so many moments where like you just had to like you got to like just put the controller down and just kind of cry for a second.
Yep, just like a little whimper too. It's not like a big cry; it's a whimper cry. You're like,
right? Yeah, you're just like, God damn, I can't. The screen's starting to get a little blurry.
Yep, exactly, dude. So 10 out of 10. I like it. I'm excited that you finally got a chance to get your hands on that. Did you feel like it was a 10 out of 10 all the way through, front to back?
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I liked the way the story paced itself. I felt like I was at first kind of feeling like the ending maybe wrapped a touch quickly in some spots for my liking, just compared to how somber of an ending that we got from the first game. But it's not that it was a bad ending, because it's just different. And this was very uplifting, I felt like, in a lot of ways, with the way they chose to end the game. And because of that, I think like it changed my opinion on any like discourse I had with some of the like the pacing of the final act.
Right. Okay. So DJ, I'm assuming you're just waiting for this game to come to PC, right? That's kind of just what
which will be in like 3 years.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before it goes
3 years from
now,
I'll answer your question. Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Still probably before Ghost of Tsushima, though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know. DJ, we just need to get you a fucking PS5 digital edition. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to get you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we
get some of those student loans and just
let's just I'm gonna stack up all the student loan debt accumulated like Thanos and Infinity Stones and literally just create my own reality. Buy a PS5.
You don't have to do that. I mean,
a new camera, buy a new PC.
A lot less. You can just buy a PS5. That's fine.
Buy a Nintendo Switch as it's dying. It is end of its life cycle.
It's $500. You don't have to do this.
Buy a plane ticket. Buy a house, and then you should be good.
Yeah, totally. You're almost there, man. You're almost there.
Yeah, you'll get there.
See, you're thinking of subsidized loans. I'm thinking of unsubsidized.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird translation.
Totally so it's just another way to accumulate debt. I heard that's what I heard.
Worth it. You know what I'm saying? I think the first thing I bought with my student loans when I first got into college, I bought a guitar. I bought a guitar before I bought my college textbooks.
I think I definitely splurged on something. I don't remember what, but I definitely know I spent like a couple $100 on some shit that was not related to school at all.
I bought an Epiphone.
I haven't used any of my student loans. I haven't used any of my student loans at all in my 4 years, so I might have to for these next few semesters. So I could theoretically,
you know what I'm saying?
I could theoretically accumulate debt.
They are more readily available now. You know what I'm saying? Like the shortage has ended, quote unquote. Said Sony PlayStation.
So, I wish I took on the debt and then had it relieved, but didn't happen.
Girl spits us a little bit of student debt as a treat.
As a treat.
As a little treat.
It's like a reward.
I say it's worth it.
For all my hard work in university, just a little bit of student loan.
Well, thankfully, DJ, I have a different experience that will cost you a lot less money because it's actually free as long as you have Peacock. Because I watched a special movie the other night that I think is going to be very, very fun to talk about. The movie that I watched finally was Megan.
Megan.
So Megan is the story of a young girl who is played actually by the young lady who plays Nellie in Haunting of Hill House. It was fucking great having her in this because she kills it and everything. She is her parents die in a very, very unfortunate accident out in like the snowy mountains. They get hit by a truck. She's the only survivor. She gets adopted by her aunt, Katie, who is the like lead engineer for a massive like worldwide toy company. And so this woman who is the engineer for these toys is in development of a robot that is supposed to be like the final toy of all toys. It's like the toy that you will no longer need other toys after you get this. And in deducing that she can't take care of her newly adopted niece after her parents passed away, she has no clue how to fucking handle a kid after their parents died. She decides to finish the development of this robot that she was skeptical of finishing the development on and gives it to the young lady, gives it to the girl. And Megan, in the process of being hurried to be built, has some computer processes that were
some hiccups
very conveniently skipped to speed up the process of her development so that she could then be sold on the market. And in the process of doing that, she's told all sorts of things like, you have to protect this little girl. If you don't protect this little girl, you're not doing your job right. She says, okay, I'll protect this little girl. So anybody who has anything to do with upsetting this little girl has to answer to Megan themselves. And it is wild. Okay. So what I want to point out first and foremost is that this movie is as kooky as it looks. This is what was that?
Is she Fortnite emoting in the middle of the hallway?
She kind of was, yes. She very much was. So the thing is about this movie is it is developed by, or not developed, excuse me, I said developed earlier. It is directed by the same director who did Malignant, back in the day, and that is
a movie that Devin hates.
James Wan. Yes, a movie that Devin could not translate for himself because he doesn't understand camp. James Wan, who has done other movies, let me see here, such as Megan, Malignant. He has also done Saw, The Conjuring 2, Furious 7, Aquaman. This dude kills it time and time again, okay? Archive 81, I Know What You Did Last Summer, he's an executive producer for that. Malignant, obviously, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. He's got all sorts of good shit that he's done here, okay? He's fucking nailed it time and time again. Why Devin does not like Malignant is fucking beyond me. But anyways, this is the same kind of campy horror that Malignant was. And actually, I would argue that it's just a little bit less horror and a little bit more campy, where it almost kind of like has some moments where it beats as a horror comedy more than an actual horror. And I actually liked that for this movie because there was a lot of times that I like struggled to take this movie seriously. And then I would have to like remind myself,
like that sort of film.
It wasn't meant to be taken seriously, so I would kind of dumb down my expectations a little bit, and there would just be some like moments that you're like, oh my god, did you really just say that? Like there's like moments like that where you're just like, nobody would actually say that, but because of the terms of the campy horror genre, it makes sense in this world. The writing was actually a lot of fun in this. I did have some issues with the pacing a little bit because I was kind of hoping that they would get there a little bit quicker, and so that the big finale that we get in horror movies obviously would have been a little bit longer, because it kind of comes and goes very, very quickly, because you kind of get the point. It does have the classic ending of like, oh, we have two people that are struggling to like have a good relationship with each other, but they have a common enemy, and so they're able to now gammon together to defeat said common enemy, which is obviously Megan in this situation. But it does have a very interesting way of like telling the story the way that it tells it, because it gives it through the aunt's perspective for the most part, of like, she's just trying to like help her niece out and like figure out a way to help her niece, but she is openly, willingly like admitting that she has no fucking clue how to go about doing that. She doesn't have a kid of her own. She's single.
That's fair.
She's literally just the rich aunt. She's the rich aunt who's never had a fucking kid, who's always prioritized her work, so she's never been married. And so she's just rich and does whatever the fuck she wants. So she gets this kid and has zero fucking idea how to raise a kid. And then is like, okay, well, I guess I'll just give her this robot. And so it kind of becomes this like secondary like conversation around like kids utilizing electronics too much, because like the beginning of the movie shows her like playing on an iPad, and she's like zoned in on the iPad, and then the accident happens. And you're like, okay, like whatever, dude. But then, it becomes sort of like a meta conversation around like kids using, like being on iPads or like watching TV too fucking much or whatever. Because there's literally moments where it's like kind of on the nose, where the aunt's like, okay, you're hanging out with Megan too much. Like you need to chill. Like, she's just a toy. She's not real. She's not actually present. Like, you need to take a break. And she goes, no, Megan understands me more than you understand me. And it becomes this whole fucking ordeal that way. But things really, and this is the only thing at all to kind of just give you guys a good idea of like what we're working with here. This neighbor that the aunt has a dog that is like perpetually like crossing into their yard, and she's worried that like this dog is going to bite her niece or like, you know, wreck something in her yard or something like that. So she's like constantly telling the neighbor like, can you please keep your dog on your side of the fence? And it's like an ongoing conversation for the first half of the movie. And then Megan comes about, and it continues to be a conversation. And then one day, the little girl is playing with like a bow and arrow thing, loses one of the arrows, and she says, Megan, can you help me find it? And she like walks away, and Megan realized that the arrow went into the neighbor's yard. Then she sees it through the little dog hole in the fence that the dog has like chewed through the fence or whatever. She goes to reach for it, and the dog starts attacking Megan. And so the little girl comes over to help Megan getting attacked by this dog, and the dog bites the actual girl. So Megan has like a self-defense mechanism that activates in her brain, and the dog then disappears. No one knows what happens to the dog until later in the movie. It's so fucked up, dude. It's so fucked up, man. But like, it just like insinuated like she escalates into this like Terminator style bad guy in like the form of a like 10-year-old girl's like doll
like a tween,
body,
right? Yeah,
like it's wild. Like I said, this movie is free on Peacock. I would probably say you do not need to pay money for this, but I would say watch it. If you have Peacock, definitely watch this, especially if you can watch it with someone else. This movie is fun. If you're watching it by yourself, you're gonna have an even better time, because I was like cracking the fuck up for like most of this movie, because they would just say something that I was like, why would you do that? Just like, or like moments where like Megan's like attacking someone, right? Because she kind of acts as a sort of like Chucky entity where like nobody thinks that she's bad, but she's doing bad shit like under the limelight. You know what I mean? Like in the background, under the background, I guess.
Under the background.
Under the background, yeah. She's doing bad shit under the background, so nobody's seeing it. And like, you're just kind of like, how are y'all not fucking recognizing this? Like what the fuck are you guys doing? Not recognizing that the obvious problem here is the weird fucking AI computer bot doll that you guys are just very conveniently forgetting.
What are you talking about? Megan wouldn't hurt a soul. I'm programmed to do that.
Exactly, dude. Like
I programmed her myself.
What I do actually want to do really quick too is I want to look this up because I was thinking about it during the movie. Whoever is playing Megan in this movie. So Amy Donald. Oh, she's a Kiwi. Okay, that's good to know.
And I think, and it's like, so like, I think there's two people that play Megan. There's like the person that actually does like the facial structure and the voice, and then somebody else I think did like the body work.
That is correct. Yes. So Jenna Davis and Amy Donald. So, oh my God. So Jenna Davis voiced the character of Megan, while Amy Donald did the physical appearance of Megan. Both of those things working in tandem were incredible. Oh my God. If there's anything in this movie that deserves props, is these two young ladies that played as Megan. Because Amy Donald trying to like move and portray as a little AI computer ran robot doll thing was fucking pristine. I believed it every single second until you weren't supposed to believe it anymore. You know what I mean? Like the part where she's like running, galloping through the forest after a little boy or whatever. Like those.
You're like, oh yeah, dude.
Oh hell the fuck!
I saw that in the trailer, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like when it gets to those parts, you no longer have to like suspend your disbelief or whatever. Every other moment, she fucking nails it. She fucking kills it. The voice actress for Megan, Jenna Davis, sounds perfect. And I don't know what kind of like effects they like put on her voice to make it work so well, but it is exactly what I would picture a little fucking creepy AI doll robot thing to be. Like 100%. So if there's any reason to watch this movie, it is to you're muted again, Garrick. You're muted again. I know. Oh, okay. You were just talking shit. I got you. It is to appreciate how good Megan, the character, was well done. But if you want some good horror giggles, this is a good movie to watch. Get Peacock. If you don't already, watch this for that bad boy. In the meantime, though, I'm going to be watching another movie over this weekend that I'll be having a hands-on thing for you guys, probably on Saturday myself too. So hang tight. Hang tight, babies. You know what I'm saying? Did I sell you guys on it? Did you guys gonna watch it?
I might actually. I was like low key interested in it before, but I wasn't sure as to like what sort of realm it was going to lean into, as to like the more horror or more what the fuck now, DJ? What the fuck are those?
What is that? Is that a tub of Doritos? Is that a tub?
Doritos.
You have a tub.
You can't with this shit.
You do not have a tub of Doritos.
It's mixed in with other chips too.
You like, fucking GG gamer bitch. You have a tub of Doritos. You.
Yeah, you're dead. It's even got a lid so they don't get stale.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's way more convenient than like opening up a bag. It makes a ton of noise.
I was like, are those cheese puffs? Like, that's what I thought it was gonna be. But then you had this like very Doritos. Distinct crisp to it. And I was like,
a chip. Look,
that's not a cheese poof. What is that?
Dorito.
I didn't even know you could buy a tub of Doritos.
You can't. That's just a random ass tub.
He's tubbing his own Doritos.
What you're telling me is you bought Doritos.
There's Hold on. Other chips in it.
Hold on.
There's also jalapeno chips in there.
He made a medley. He made a medley tub of chips.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Aren't those just munchies? You can just buy those.
Yeah, but I made my own.
DJ, can you show the people your tub real quick? You show this
please,
tub.
yeah. Like
present the tub, please.
I mean, it's like almost gone, but it's like
how fucking dare you have a tub of trail mix?
It's most
you have a tub of trail mix.
Trail mix and chips.
Have a word from our sponsors. This piece of good Kraken content is brought to you by Glide mousepads. The world is changing, and the demand for PC gaming and work from home setups has never been as wild as it is right now. Having the best of the best in PC accessories only makes it easier to get your work done before you jump right back in to the fray of the digital sea. And Glide knows exactly how to make that happen for you. Glide Mousepads is the future industry leader in mousepads, offering beautiful, smooth, waterproof products made with eco-friendly materials and non-slip rubber in a variety of sizes that are guaranteed to help you get that next win. I've got one of these bad boys in my office at work. I've got one here at my desk right now. Devin's got one. Xander's got one. This bad boy is silky smooth, silkier and smoothier than even the silkiest of smoothies or soy milk or what have you. You can go to glidemousepads.com right now and use code Kraken for 15% off the Founders Edition mousepad in every size available. Again, that's code KRAKEN Kraken for 15% off any Founders Edition mousepad today. Our next sponsor is Rogue Energy. Late nights are pretty much commonplace for all content creators, and anyone here at GK can attest that late nights are kind of our only nights. Luckily for us, though, Rogue has figured out exactly how to give those late nights and even earlier mornings the supercharge that we all need. Rogue Energy is a low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula that is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Every formula Rogue Energy produces is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients and no chalky textures. Again, we don't want that. We don't want that. Being the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, Rogue Energy strives to improve the in-game performance of gamers, streamers, and content creators around the world. Now, I know that we've been riding this train for a long time. You might be tired of us talking about this. You might not be tired of us. You might want to just support us anyways. And you know what? For those that do support us, we love you. But the best way to support us right now is to grab yourself a big old cup of Joe. When I say Joe, I mean this Rogue Energy stuff. I'm usually waking up first thing in the morning with a big old shit to get a big old shit going. Oh, wow. You grab your Rogue Energy cup. Okay, you dip that you just scoop that bad boy right on there. You give that bad boy a shaky dakey, you know what I'm saying? And then you're out the dang door, okay? You need this beverage in your life. I cannot express that enough. You can head on over to rogueenergy.com and use code GKRAKEN for 10% off any purchase of shaker or formula tub of your choosing. That's GKRAKEN for 10% off any shaker or formula tub that you would like. Now, back to the episode. Okay, you didn't have to do that close. I was coming back. You know what I'm saying? Garrick, so before, while we were in the ad read, you said you did have a question about Megan you wanted to ask. So what do you got for us?
Yeah, were there any moments where like it actually felt like a horror movie, or did it feel pretty comedic throughout?
Actually, yes, there were a couple of moments. So there's one moment actually leading to her galloping through the forest after a little boy. That part's actually pretty starkly fucking horrifying. Like leading up to that and that moment itself. There are a couple parts that do feel a little bit like way more like, oh, Jesus Christ, like that's uncomfortable. The final, the big finale, I guess you could say, feels more like a horror finale than a comedic horror finale. It does feel right. So yeah, it does have some moments that do lean more into the horror. And weirdly enough, how do I say this? The tension of the movie actually feels more horror. There's just more moments in this than in something like Malignant that feels a little bit more like slapstick than Malignant did. Where Malignant was kind of just like a slasher horror that had some moments that are like, heh. You know what I mean? And that was like it, right? Like it was a slasher horror that was like goofy because of like the actual character itself, where Megan is actually like a horror movie that has like some comedic stuff sprinkled about it. Mostly in like dialogue or like moments that just like feel like, oh Jesus Christ, why would you do that? You know what I mean? There's also one character specifically who's played by Ronnie Chiang. He is the like COO for the toy company that the ant works for, and he's there to kind of be present as like the relative comedic relief, because he is the like over the top like corporate business boss that only gives a fuck about making money. And so like he's like freaking out about like them not having a toy that can compete directly with this other toy that's like this weird Furby thing that connects to an iPad that you can like play games on your iPad and you feed it in real life or whatever. He's like freaking out because there's like a Walmart version of this that's like $30 cheaper than their shelf product. Or their variant of the same toy. And he's like, I want our version of that toy on shelves tomorrow. And he freaks out and like grabs his cup and like chucks it across the room from his assistant. And then and, like walks out and is like, why is this door not fixed? And then like walks away. So like little moments like that where it's like he kind of just plays as like the moment to moment comedic relief. But everything else in the movie does feel right. It does feel balanced. It's not Tucker and Dale versus Evil, but it's not quite.
Okay, literally,
Chucky.
that's what I was thinking as you were describing it initially. So I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, it's not full blown comedy as fuck. It's not. It feels comedy the same way Chucky feels comedy. We're like, why can't you just
like? It's just hard to avoid the material, like the fact that like you're dealing with child's toys.
Yes, exactly. And then some of the dialogue is there to kind of just give you like, you know what I mean? Like those little moments. That's all. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right.
So, boys, we're going to move into our headlining segment here. Garrick, what is this one?
What? Oh, dude! That's all you're gonna give me. Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm giving you. That's
usually,
it.
Usually, you give me at least tell me what we're moving on to next.
Well,
like, what is this one?
Garrick,
what is this one? What?
What's this? What are we doing next,
What's
Garrick?
this one? What? We're fucking moving on to our next segment because apparently we just don't announce that anymore.
What's this
we
one?
We just move on.
I just said
what?
Hey, I just said we're going to our headlining segment. What's this one? That's what I said.
Well, your wording sucked, and you better protect your neck because we're headed for the gallows.
Hello.
The gallows. Guys, today we are talking what we need from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom in order for us to be happy with that game. So, this is obviously coming off of us finally officially getting a hard date for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is supposed to kind of act as sort of a sequel to Breath of the Wild that we got on the beginning of the life cycle of the Nintendo Switch. It was a very long time coming that people are waiting for this game. And we all know a lot of stuff about Breath of the Wild that we thought was great, that we thought could have been done better, that we thought made the Nintendo Switch what it was for that platform with this last Zelda game. I want to hear from you guys and the people at home what you guys feel like you need in order for you to feel that The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to be worth the $70 price point that they're putting this game on. Okay, so I want to start kind of just asking you guys directly, talk it off, do your thing, and then pass this ball around to all of us, and we'll kind of open up the table for discussion afterwards. So, DJ, what do you think you need for Tears of the Kingdom to be worth that $70 and ultimately to be the game it needs to be?
I think, because I've actually played Breath of the Wild. I played it a good bit. Despite not having a Switch, I played it on my friend's Switch, or my ex's Switch, sorry.
Sure, love that.
really enjoyed going to different points of interest, which are basically just all the dungeons, right? And
Yeah.
just clearing those out. I think I want a little bit more of that. But different things, different things to find, different things to I guess see, like some more world building. I think that's what a lot of people kind of criticize about Breath of the Wild was like there was a lot of empty space in between those points of interest. Even though relaxing, sometimes it was a little too much. I think you could dial it back a bit. I kind of like the serene, like, oh, let's take in the landscape, let's
Sure.
take in the world. But um, like I said, a little less of that and like more shit to do. Like more like Ghost of Tsushima, there's like shit to do all the time. Like you
Oh
walk
yeah,
here,
as far
there's
as
shit
like
to do.
smaller activities that you can kind of
Yeah,
come
smaller
across in the
activities,
open
like
world.
not
Yeah.
anything, like not anything major. Like oh, I have to go there. Like maybe I'll see somewhere I have to go, and then like that path could uh lead me into another direction where there's a little small thing I can do, or in that direction where I could do a little something else. I think that would make it a worthwhile experience if we wanted that all that $70 be milked like that.
Okay. I like it. Garrick, what about you, man? What do you need from Tears of the Kingdom to make it worth $70 and to be the solid game that we're hoping it will be?
A fucking lot, actually.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Oh, he's
Because
got a list.
yeah, I am of the believer and party that think that Breath of the Wild's a pretty fucking mid Legend of Zelda game.
Sure. Yeah. To be very
Okay, yeah.
specific.
Like
Yes. Yeah.
it's I think it's a good game overall, but I do not think it is a good Legend of Zelda game. And I'm a little concerned for the way they're choosing to use the world because obviously Hyrule exists, and we know that in iterations past, when we get these new games, the shape of Hyrule changes a little bit here and there. But this being a direct sequel to a game, Hyrule itself shape isn't changing, but instead we're going vertical, we're going up, and I really, really need that space to be used to maximum effect. I'm gonna be really, really disappointed if all of like the sky rubble, the settlements, dungeons are I'm really mostly concerned about them just using the vertical features as just more puzzles, because as much as I like those, the puzzles in Breath of the Wild I found to be like I found they weren't very meaningful. The there wasn't a lot of depth to the puzzles that I missed in some of the older titles. And yeah, sure, you kind of get that with the with like the ancient beasts, but even then, like it all like the dungeons didn't really have like a great sense of identity, and I really want to see us return to form when it comes to the way that puzzling and dungeons are used. Like I'm stoked on the open world. I love being able to explore Hyrule at my leisure, but I want to be able to explore Hyrule and it have the same biome diversity.
A fucking
Stupid
bottle.
fucking little water.
A fucking bottle.
And I wanted to have the same biome diversity I felt like it had when I played Ocarina of Time. Like I really wanted there to feel like, because the space in this Hyrule feels so vast, the dungeons lacked they never really feel like they characterized the biomes that they took place in.
Sure.
Like Gerudo Desert had like a temple, but yeah, like sure, like the dungeon was a camel, but nothing about that lent to its biome or any other special feature. It was just that was the shape that the dungeon took.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess I kind of miss a little bit. I kind of miss some of the flavor and the diversity and depth of creativity and I guess love that kind of went into the dungeon design, because they're so integral to the game. So I really want that to see used to like more like more depth in dungeon design, and I want the puzzles to feel a little bit more meaningful, because just with the way that the shrines existed in Breath of the Wild, I did like 90% of those without doing them the way they were supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Like you could complete them without doing them the way they were intended to be finished.
Yeah, man.
And that takes me out of it a little bit. I was just like, oh, because it tells me that the puzzle wasn't crafted well, because I was able to complete it using a method other than the way it was designed to be completed. And that's frustrating as a game that's mostly puzzles. Like, the combat's there, but like the combat is like, that's your other half, right? Which brings me to my next little bit. I really need them to at least, I don't think we're going to get rid of the durability system, but I really need the durability system and the stamina system to see some improvement. I do not like the way they were implemented in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Climbing was so fucking frustrating. And you want to know how you got better at climbing? Climbing to go find gear that gave you better climbing gear, or you would spend hours trying to find appropriate cooking recipes to like double your stamina for 45 seconds so you can yeet your ass up this cliff. It was just a little frustrating the way that some of the the mechanics meshed together, and the stamina and the weapon durability frustrated me the most. Like, dude, I didn't want to use the cool weapons I collected in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I worked so hard to get to the Master Sword because I knew it just recharged. Right? But like after a while, you basically like you had those weapons that you really liked, and you had to like go farm them by just killing that same sort of enemy that they drop from over and over and over again to have like the weapons you liked. But even then, you had to have a lot of special perks or be using potions, etc., to kind of get your durability to be worth your while. Because if you went and fought any number of like the world bosses, which was really dope, those were some of my favorite parts. Do more of that. That like you'd go through like 3 or 4 weapons in an encounter, and you never had enough inventory space.
Yeah. Yeah.
To actually feel like you were carrying enough weapons, which like was one of those things. Like I felt like upgrades came pretty seldomly, and I didn't really like the way you had to collect to upgrade them. Like I felt like all of the upgrades were collection based, which was a touch frustrating, but not unexpected given the title. But I think another thing that I really want to see improve on is like I want mount diversity, especially since we're going vertical. Let's bring back the birds from Skyward Sword. That'd be pretty fucking sick.
I think the only thing from Skyward Sword you want to keep around. No,
I really like Skyward Sword. I'll be completely honest. Aside from the dog shit motion controls, like that's one of my favorite Legend of Zelda stories. Sure, but I digress. Like I don't know. Like there's a lot I just want to see improve. I wasn't super happy or impressed with Breath of the Wild. The game felt lifeless to me, and I really want this to not feel that way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am kind of in a like middle ground with kind of both of what you were both saying. I think that in the year of our Lord 2023, we're at a point in video games where we should just sort of inherently understand that your game can either have very good puzzling and an open world, an empty open world, hence Shadow of the Colossus. That's what that was, a massively empty open world, but the bosses were dope fucking puzzles, right? Or you can have really shitty puzzles, but have a super high action gameplay that compensates for that open world, a la Ghost of Tsushima. Right?
Or Witcher
God of
3.
War or Witcher 3, where like the puzzles are very simplistic and they do what they need to do to kind of like give you an extra layer of gameplay, but that's not the center, the focus of the game. Where in Breath of the Wild, I kind of very much in agreement with Garrick here that like you can't have a game that is as empty as Breath of the Wild is, and also simultaneously have puzzles that are not that great, while also simultaneously keeping us from having that many of the cool fucking moments like the world bosses. Because it was super limited. Super fucking limited. I don't care what anyone says, by the time you get to the end of that game, the big fucking spider machines are not enough. They're not. Like I don't care what you have to fucking say. All the cool videos and shit that we saw with people like slowing down time and then throwing a bomb and making a platform and shooting the spiders like all the way across the fucking map was not enough to save this fucking game for me. I didn't even beat this game. I got maybe 3/4 of the way through, and it was like, I don't find this entertaining anymore. And so I picked up Octopath Traveler instead, and ended up beating that because that game's way more fucking fun to me. But I don't know, man. Like I have hopes that Tears of the Kingdom can take what they did in Breath of the Wild as sort of their first return to console Legend of Zelda in a really long time after the big flop that universally, and I obviously Garrick really enjoyed the game, but Skyward Sword was not a very good example.
Not well received.
Yes, 100%. It was not well received on a mass majority of gamers out there. And so they had something to prove here, but it sort of felt like they were more so trying to showcase what the Nintendo Switch could do and used Zelda, a Zelda game, to be the one to showcase that. Come to find out, was not a very good way to showcase that because there were a lot of really tiny issues that I feel a lot of people actually had with the game. So when Garrett talks about like the weapon degradation system, like weapons breaking and your stamina not being balanced, like there's so many little tiny systems in this game and none of them are balanced. None of it. Like none. It all is either frustrating or meandering or like feels like it doesn't belong in this game or like feels like they just kind of threw it in there because they were like, well, what else can we do in an open world sandbox, right? And it's like literally go look at The Witcher. Go play the fucking Witcher for 10 hours and that'll tell you what you can do in that game. DJ, you go first.
And it's really funny seeing that there's other games, or there is another game that does that, the Breath of the Wild formula better, being Genshin Impact, and that game is free. Literally, no durability system. Like the climbing is a little bit more forgiving. There's like extra shit with it. Like I thoroughly enjoyed playing Genshin Impact more than going Dead by in Breath of the Wild. Like, you know what I mean?
The goddamn gotcha game.
Yeah, and that's a gotcha game.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is like Genshin has an upper hand on a lot of games like that because traversal in Genshin is actually kind of cool. They have like cool ways of lending traversal in those games. Zelda's has rarely ever been a good traversal game. Ever. Like, the only time I've ever been thoroughly impressed with the traversal in Zelda was Wind Waker. And
Wind Waker was like that, the only one.
And even then...
Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, because traveling around as Wolf Link was tight as fuck.
Was fucking cool, right. And that's all I was going to say. Even then, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess did it better. Like because Wind Waker, you kind of just wanted the traversal that if you were wanting a chill moment, right? And it was purposeful that way because you're just sailing. And that's it. And like that was a cool concept, but what the fuck is cooler than turning into a night wolf and sprinting across open fields and shit? That's way fucking cooler, right? But like those are the only games in the Zelda franchise that has really nailed traversal. And Breath of the Wild took like 10 steps backwards. They're like, we're gonna make the world bigger. And you're gonna travel the same fucking way. You and your horse are gonna be slow as
your
fuck.
horse is gonna suck.
This horse.
Make sure to get that.
This
bike
horse
amiibo though
can eat my fucking ass. The horse in Breath of the Wild is so dog shit. Like,
I hate it.
At being a horse.
Like can you get a bike? I've seen a bike before.
Yeah, so in the DLC you can get, but you have to face like some fucking stupid ass, really hard combat trials to
Dude, it's
the
so
fucking motorcycle.
fucking ridiculous, dude. Like the horse in Never Ending Story was a better horse than this fucking one. Okay, like that's fucking disappointing. All right, like it just, this horse does fucking nothing to add value to this. It kind of just feels like the bicycle in Pokemon feels better than this fucking horse does.
Hey man, that bicycle zooms.
That bicycle
Yeah,
can
dude,
fucking go burr. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't like sneaking up and taming them either.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, that was dumb. That was so stupid.
So dumb, dude. I mean, like, it's a cool concept in theory, right? But like,
yeah, execution wise, it's just this.
Because it just kind of feels like everything was half baked in the game. Everything just felt half baked as fuck. Where they were like, we have this massive open world. We have no fucking clue what to do with it. We have no fucking clue how to fill our players' time. So we're gonna like kind of throw some systems in and hope that it catches people's attention. Well, it fucking didn't. So in this case, talking now to Tears of the Kingdom, I am 100% in agreement to what Garrick is saying. The verticality I need to have additions to what we're looking at in the traversal between air world and ground world, right? Like if it's just a thing where we have two open world sandbox, one's in the sky and one's on the ground, I'm chucking this fucking game in the garbage. Okay, like I swear to God, man, like that's it. I'm fucking over it with Zelda. I'm not gonna fucking do it anymore. But if they put us in a situation where it feels, I got you, Garrett. Just give me one more second to finish my thought. If they do a thing where they give us Avatar, like Way of the Water ass like levels of stuff where you can like traverse between these different sections of floating rock and shit in the sky before you ever have to like land on the ground, or better yet, if you jump off of like the main world and you're flowing through the sky, you can control where you're going to land at as far as various rock formations and stuff, and you can land on different towns that just so happen to be on different sections of these different rocks, right? Then yes, I will fucking forgive you for this awful horse traversal in fucking Breath of the Wild. You will get me simply if I can land in different worlds in between the sky and planet Earth, all right? That's all I want. Garrick, you had a thought. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of piggyback on the verticality traversal thing. It's like, I swear to God, if they do some cheap sort of cop out where like you just travel up and down through some stupid fucking wind tunnel in the ground,
yeah,
I would just like, because it would be so lazy for Legend of Zelda like to do something like, because I'm a longtime fan, Legend of Zelda fan.
Yes.
Like Majora's, like they can do some really fun, unique, and creative shit when they put their minds to it, and like I need to see that again.
I can just, like, it breaks my heart.
I don't feel like I've really seen a unique Legend of Zelda title since Twilight Princess.
100%. And like it bums me out because I could see a world in which like traversal between this like air world and like Hyrule is like you get a cool scene of him like Assassin's Creed like jumping off the fucking airplanes, right? Plane as in like plane of, you know, existence, whatever. He jumps off of like the rock formation and you get a fucking loading screen of him falling.
Yeah.
And then like halfway down it like cuts to black and then it cuts back to him like standing up or whatever in the grass, right? I swear to fucking God, I will shit on this game. Do you like oh my God, if that's what we get, I'll be so thoroughly fucking disappointed, dude. So like, yes, when talking about what we need from Tears of the Kingdom, I feel like a lot of this is coming from our disappointments that we had in Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild feels like they're leaning somewhere in the right direction. They're getting somewhere. But they need to get through this like last little bumpy bump to get to this point where we actually have what they thought Breath of the Wild was. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like they thought they were doing something with Breath of the Wild. And they're like, oh fuck yeah, that's it, dude. That's it, man. And everyone was like, no, dude, that's not fucking it.
Not it.
And like, what do you mean that's not it? That's not what you want? You're like, no, that's all the fuck I want. I want my sword to break all the time? No, I didn't fucking want that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like there's just so many things that were half baked in the fucking game that if they do it again in Tears of the Kingdom, it's gonna be so thoroughly fucking disappointing for Nintendo. Like, coming from like one of the biggest video game companies in the goddamn world that have been killing it in this Nintendo Switch life cycle since Breath of the Wild. I would hope they fucking figure it out since March 3rd of 2017 when this game got released. You would fucking hope that it would take them a good 6 years to figure it the fuck out. I don't know. What I want to do now is ask you, DJ. Firstly, do you think Ganon is going to be our big bad in this next game?
Shit, bro.
And do you want that, actually?
I don't know. I don't know if I do. I don't think I want it to be that. I think I want them to do something different. Like you said, like...
Is it time?
Like,
it's time for it?
It's time for something different. Like, I'm tired of being Ganon's ass. He needs to go somewhere else. He needs to go somewhere else. Just do something different. I don't know. Like, get a job.
Subway. Go to Subway.
Yeah. Like I don't know, dude. Suit up. Like, fill out an application at McDonald's.
Yeah, right.
Because I want something new. I really do. Like, I want some new faces. Like, I want personality back in the Legend of Zelda games. What makes a Legend of Zelda game a Legend of Zelda game? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because, albeit as in it, like, Breath of the Wild was a big step, right? For 6 years ago, that was a big step. But us talking about it now, like, we could tell it's aged significantly.
Yes.
Like, the way we didn't think about it aging at the time, because at the time we're like, okay, yeah, little grabs, little things are here there, but like, this is the best video games can really get, especially on the Switch at the time. But I think now, us as consumers, we demand and we deserve more from this title, from this fucking big ass fucking title as Legend of Zelda.
Which is why I propose that for Shark Daddy for Prez, if you vote for me for president of 2023, okay, only 2023. I can't do it for much longer.
Only 2023.
Yeah, that's the term about. But if you vote for me, Shark Daddy, as Prez for 2023, I will give you Breath of the Wild remake. Are you ready for this? Okay, Dead Space remake developers are now going to work on Breath of the Wild remake. That's what I want.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, okay. I try.
I don't think that's
Ocarina of Time. Maybe we can get that remake. Maybe we can do that. They wouldn't let me. That
would sell. That would sell for sure. I don't know if it'd be good.
Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately. So what kind of boss what kind of big bad do you want in Tears of the Kingdom, DJ?
Because like from the trailers I looked at, like I don't. I could think about it. I gotta think about it.
Okay. Garrick, what about you?
Yeah. Go to Garrick.
Yeah, Garrick. What about you? Do you think we're gonna get Ganon again? Do you want that? And if not, what do you propose instead?
I mean, I think it will be Ganon or some version of Ganon, kind of, a la like Demise, which is what we got in Skyward Sword.
Yes.
I don't know. I think it'd be really interesting to see another sort of villain. I mean, obviously my favorite game being Majora's Mask, where, fucking the mask itself is the villain. Ganon's not even fucking part of the picture. This is after Ocarina of Time. And I love that fucking game. Like, that game's like, it got a lot of really unique boss fights in it. And I think it's okay. It's okay to step away from Ganon as long as it is executed well. Because usually there is one thing that I think was missing that I think would be really nice with this is there's always some sort of like lieutenant-esque character that kind of like is like their Ganon's second in command that we end up going against, and I don't really feel like we've seen a dynamic like that in something in the title. So I think I would like to see like a master lieutenant, like commander lieutenant sort of boss dynamic.
Or like
However
some
that
type
might
of
take tape.
like a hierarchy dynamic.
Yeah,
Like
like
maybe.
a hierarchy dynamic. I want something to work towards. If that if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
That'd be cool. What I think would be cool would be like some type of Shadow of Colossus shit, between the two, you know, the fucking air and the fucking ground and shit, dude. That fighting a big ass bird. I want to see Link fight a big ass fucking bird,
Or
like
maybe
clip on his
three
wings and shit.
three birds, and they're called
Three,
legendary birds, and they have
yeah.
different
Oh my god.
And he has
elements.
to catch them, and like the
Yes,
way he catches
exactly.
them is like he has to clamp onto like the wings, and the wings are huge. Like
Yes.
he makes up like 1/5 of the wing, right?
Yeah, they're massive. They're
Oh,
massive birds, right?
massive,
Like the
massive.
dragons in Breath of the Wild, but
Yes,
used to
exactly.
better effect.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he throws a
That'd be
ball
cool.
at them. They go inside the ball. Inside the
And then
ball.
like clicks like left to right and then left, and
Yep.
then
And then
it either like pops
it
open or
shrinks,
it
shrinks and
closes.
clamps down, right? And then you put it in your
So if
pocket.
I may,
Yeah, Garrett.
so these are the list of Zelda games that do not have Ganon as the big bad, the
All right,
final
hit us,
boss.
hit us.
So we've got Skyward Sword, Spirit Tracks, Phantom Hourglass, Minish Cap, the original Four Swords game, Triforce Heroes, Link's Awakening, and the Oracles games.
So a lot of
and
spin-off.
yeah,
So a
well, I
lot
mean,
of, like-
it's like Oracles. Oracles is that's
Oracles.
handheld main. Link's Awakening main game.
Yeah, maybe.
Triforce was actually considered main game. It was GameCube. Minish Cap, main game handheld. Phantom Hourglass main game handheld. Spirit Tracks main game handheld.
Yeah.
So a lot of the handhelds is where we got a little. That is where they were willing to experiment on the final
Switch is a
bosses a little
handheld.
bit more. But like, I don't know. I think it would be nice to see. I think it's interesting that they actually don't have Majora's Mask on this list. But Majora's Mask doesn't have Ganon as final boss. But anyway, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see somebody other than Ganon. I think it will be an iteration of Ganon personally, but it'd be nice to see something other.
Thanos.
Yeah, just
Yep,
Thanos.
Exactly. Just raw
Thanos,
that like
or,
Fortnite
like,
style for Thanos. Yeah.
Dark side.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Um,
So my last question for you boys. I am Shintaro Furukawa, okay? And I say,
Okay.
what is one thing you absolutely need in Tears of the Kingdom? What is it? Translated in Japanese. It's in subtitles as you're talking to me. Because I don't speak Japanese. Very limited. DJ, what do you say to Furukawa?
like for one thing.
The one thing you absolutely demand is in Tears of the Kingdom.
I passed to Garrett.
Garrett, go ahead. I'm Furukawa. Just pitch me. What's your one thing you absolutely must have, or I'm gonna put a fucking bullet through. Yeah. you're gonna kill the CEO of Nintendo.
Or I destroy all remnants of Tears of the Kingdom.
There you go. Yeah.
I need more organics, less machines.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want more of those forest beings? I like it. Okay. DJ.
I need Link some fucking drip. Like you need.
You need more
some
drippy
drip.
Link. You need more drippy
Yeah,
Link.
we need the Legend of Fashion Zelda. You know what I'm saying? Like we need that. We need some more. I want some more Link drip.
That Destiny
That
level.
would make me want to play the game more.
God damn it!
Or yeah, like more different weapon variants or some shit. So just like some more style. I don't know. Like I don't know how to personify that as one thing. Get some flair.
I love it. I love that. That's good. That's a good pitch. I guess you guys do not have to kill Furukawa anymore. You don't have to do that. What you do have to do is listen to our schedule for the rest of this week. So, guys, tomorrow we have actually, just a reminder for everybody, we're switching our Wednesday and Friday content for this week. Where tomorrow we're going to be doing Splash Damage, where we're going to be playing Destiny 2 Lightfall. That comes out today I'm playing it for a little bit after we get done with the stream tonight. I'm fucking excited for this shit. Please join us for that. It's gonna be a fun one. Thursday, we have another Shipwreck Show live recording for you guys. And if you are a Twitch subscriber and you are on our Discord, you have access to a little section there called the Shipwreck Submissions channel, where you can go in there and ask us any question that you want us to answer live on the Shipwreck Show. We'll pick the best questions that we think will make the best content, and it might be you if you want to be a part of that show. Go ahead and do that there. Then on Friday, we have Garrick here, yours truly, Vermilion Voyages, where he is going to be playing Wolong Fallen Dynasty, baby. Oh boy, have you fired it up yet?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna get worked.
Oh boy, yeah, you are. In the sake of Souls likes, you are definitely going to get worked, my friend. Have you?
Because it's more like Neo.
It is,
because same team, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm not quite as good as I am at Neo as I am traditional Souls games, but I'm really fucking stoked to play it nonetheless.
If it helps any, I watched some videos my homeboy put up on Twitter of his gameplay of it. It does look closer to Neo in that like sense of like style, but it plays closer to like what feels like Neo's take of Sekiro.
Okay,
so
I was godlike at Sekiro, so
yeah. So I think because I think it is faster paced, and that was kind of the point of Sekiro.
Sick.
Yeah. So I think it is a
it was fast paced and parry based.
Yeah. Oh god, what a good game, man! What a good fucking game. And
I loved it.
All that content is going to be at 7 p.m. Pacific time each day this week, 10 p.m. Eastern time. But on Saturday we have another Good Kraken podcast where it is still to be decided what we will be talking about that day. We originally had lined up for a Creed 3 review, but unfortunately, me and Devin and DJ, maybe not quite as much DJ because he is still going to be seeing it, are way too busy to be able to pull off going and seeing Creed 3 this week. So we will be having DJ do a hands-on for Creed 3 on Saturday. But we'll be talking about something else for our headlining segment. In the meantime, guys, please let us know how you feel about Zelda Breath of the Wild and what you need in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom in order for you to want to buy that game. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know on Twitter. Let us know on our Discord. We love hearing from you guys because this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken. If you enjoyed the show, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics to the show. You get exclusive content, and soon you have early access episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea.
Yark.
Yark. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. We gotta get rolling on out of here, everybody. But until next time, my friends, give me more Gorons. That's what I want. I want an entire game about Gorons.
That freaking arm better be a weapon.
I'm like thoroughly convinced Gorons are islanders in these fucking games, man.
Dude, I love me some Gorons.
I love me some Gorons. They're fucking adorable, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? God damn.
And Zoras. I'm about the Zoras too.
Give me more Gorons. Give me Gorons. Bye, guys.